Peace, family. We're here for another classic installment on I Am Brother Polite. Thank you all for joining us. I have a special guest here today. You know, we want to be far removed from that drama. And we want to get into something very positive, so I had to fish to find some of the most, or one of the most positive amongst them all, being my brother Yada. Now, some of you may be familiar with him, as I can clearly see. And for those that are not, we're going to go through a little introductory process. So let's get the ball rolling. I'm going to go straight to it. Because I see y'all already in here. Y'all obviously anxious because I just started the stream. Okay, and we're about to work on the 200th person in a few seconds. Peace to the family. Just an incredible peace. Peace, peace. We need a community. Where can we all go? What up, Yada, says Black Zetsu.
Peace, brother.
Okay, I've been waiting for this. Okay, so y'all with it. Y'all with it. So how do you know me? You know him. You know us both. And if you don't know, you're going to know. So let's get it. I'm glad you're here. First thing I want to do is ask my brother, Yada, you know, what is it that you do? That's the first thing I want to ask him. What is it that you do? And then we can go a little bit more into your life and get into the nitty gritty, because if you read the title of this video, you know how serious it is, because we're talking about free living programs and a land where our people can go to the detox. Now, I wouldn't say that this is unique in as far as a concept is concerned, but it's unique in as far as it being implemented. Because we talk about these things that we would like to have.
Right.
We talk about it quite often. So that's not unique. What's unique is that someone's actually doing the work and empowered to do so. And this is not being said to undermine anybody. This is simply to say that this is what this brother has to contribute to the greater whole, because we all have our gifts and we all have our abilities. So with that being said, or having said that, I would like my brother to first tell us, who are you? If I had to ask, or anybody here had to ask who didn't know you from square one, they would say, who are you and what do you do? How would you respond to that?
You know, brother Yada, of course. And I deal with the natural healing, mind, body, and soul, because a lot of people don't understand that when you have a poisoned mind, you have a poisoned body. When you have a poisoned body, you have a poisoned mind. So what I'm doing is bringing it to the world, especially my generation. Because a lot of elders, which I love you all, I don't know a lot about you guys, I love you all. But I see, and don't take this the wrong way, because I love you, and I humbly bow because you came before me. But a lot of my elders lack the discipline to deal with my generation. They lack the discipline, so I'm giving my generation and all people true knowledge of self when it comes to the body, mind, body, and soul. And I deal off nothing but love. I don't debate, I don't do lectures, I don't do none of that stuff. I just deal off love and healing, because love and healing walk side by side.
With it. Okay, so what I want to know now, you deal with healing.
Facts.
All right, of the mind, body, and soul. Let me ask you real quick. How does one heal someone's soul, in your opinion? Okay, you deal with the healing of the mind, the body, and soul. Give me an example of healing in your capacity, the mind of a person, the body of a person, and the soul of a person. These could be three different people that need three different things. But give me an example of your approach, because these are very difficult tasks in this day and time. Right. There's so much oppressive forces and different vices being thrown our way and a plethora of distractions. How might we be able to heal people's mind, body, and soul?
We have to understand life. And we have to understand that the foods that we put into our body, and not just food, talking about the physical food like fruits and vegetables. It could be music. It could be a relationship. It could be something that we're attached to spiritually, as far as religion. Women dealing with the pastor that got raped, or dealing with the imam that got molested. All these type of things. So we have to understand that to truly heal the body, we must detox from everything that we ever been taught. Music, foods, relationships, people, sometimes even parents, sometimes even cousins and grandfathers. We must detox. We must detach ourselves from anything that keeps us down, because we have to get in tune, mind, body, and soul. So when they talk about the Holy Trinity, to me, The Holy Trinity is the mind, body, and soul. You can't have one without the other. So if the body's polluted, the mind's polluted. If the mind's polluted, the spirit's polluted. So you have to detox all three. But when you detox one, you'll start to detox all of them. We must detoxify the mind.
Man, dig it. So now I want to ask you, how did you get on this holistic health path? I want to get straight to the points here, because there's a lot of misconceptions about who Yada is.
Facts.
What he's doing, where he comes from, what his motives are, what's his agenda.
Facts.
I've been bombarded with these since the time I started meeting the brother. And all I can tell people is, seems like a cool guy to me. That's the only thing I can say. So I want to, for the sake of setting the record straight, and for all of you to have a video reference, because some of these questions may not have been asked or may not asked at a time where it was most warranted. And every now and then, these questions have to be asked like every 5 or 10 years to the same people, these types of questions. For the new people that come on to you, who may have been confronted with all sorts of different types of information, it's always great when people ask these types of questions. My question to you right now is, how did this all begin? Your healing path. Because I'm not going to say I can't imagine, but judging by your disposition, I still see some hood or something in there. You feel me? I can hear it in your voice. We can see it in your countenance that you've been through something rough. So what I imagine is that you may not have always been on this conscious path, let alone holistic path. I imagine that you must have been heavier or going through whatever type of strife, or at least less healthy. If that be the case, I want you to explain to us what your condition was prior to being on this holistic path. I want you to describe to us the type of person and energy you had prior to your healing path, and then who or what was responsible for you undergoing this healing process.
All right, before I go into that, I want to say shout out to Young Pharaoh, Blue Pill, Red Pill. I sat down with this brother, we talked. And I keep it real as far as Polite knows. I keep it all the way 100. I told Polite, yo, I'm not speaking about Pharaoh, I'm not speaking about Blue Pill. Those are not conversations we have. And he never once spoke bad about them brothers. So I respect him on that. I have to let that be known. I still rock with Young Pharaoh. I don't jump from side to side. I don't gossip. Yada does not entertain gossip. That's not what men do. That's a feminine trait. That's what females do, not men. But when I was real sick, I got real sick before I got to holistic health, because a lot of people don't know where I came from when it comes to health. I just popped out of the blue. I built my own platform. I didn't hop on nobody else's platform. I was real sick, and I had $500,000. I had $500,000 in cash in the bank. Just brought some new toys. Where I come from, we call our cars toys. So I just bought a Bentley. It's a Bentley for a lot of people that don't know. I bought a Bentley, a few other things. I was just too sick to enjoy it. Like I'm talking about sick, family. I'm overweight. I'm already short, so I look like an Oompa Loompa. I like one of them lollipop kids. I was looking horrible. I'm just fat, and nobody would even tell me, yo, you looking sick, brother. Right. The girls rubbing on my belly. Ooh, you got that baller belly. My belly was just out there, and I had this diamond chain that just set on. I had this pendant of a teddy bear, like a fat teddy bear hanging from a diamond chain, sitting on my belly. But I got real sick. I had kidney and liver failure.
Oh man.
And the doctors told me there's nothing to do for me. So a beautiful, beloved, of course, a female in my family sent me to Djibouti, Africa. It's called Djibouti, Africa. It's right by Ethiopia and Somalia. A very beautiful place. Very beautiful place. Some time with this woman called Nana too. Gorgeous woman. She's like 4'2", little tiny person. Like I stand above her. Gorgeous. I spent a whole month with her. She got me right and exact. I'm talking about right and exact to the point where, forget the physical part. I'm talking about the mental part. I had anger issues. I'm talking about angry. I was never a hater because I never dealt with that. Again, that's another feminine trait. But I was angry. Went away. My anger went away. My liver and kidneys got back right and exact. And I only owed the woman $1,500. I was gonna give her $50,000. She told me not to. She said, no, you take this word, you take this teachings, and you give it back to your people. I'm like, man, ain't nobody gonna believe me. So I came back. To say, swim, looking like looking gorgeous. They're like, First thing a sick person think when you look healthy is,
are you sick? You sick? I already knew that.
You know what I'm saying? Are you sick? What's wrong?
Right, got AIDS or something.
So
that's what they think.
So, you know, I'm back with my brother. I throw a big party. We got the champagne there, the sisters dancing. We in all black suits, ties, everything. We looking gorgeous, like a death. Look, we had a funeral, but we celebrating life. I said, yo, I'm changing my ways. If y'all with me, y'all with me. If y'all against me, so be it is what it is. And all my brothers walk with me. Now they all healthy. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't study behind nobody, follow behind nobody. I'm new. I don't believe in the conscious community. Forgive me for those who do. You can't put your conscience in a box. That's just me. But I came full force. And my first teachers, you see me with a diamond necklace on, still rocking the same rollie. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing changed about Yada. And people was like, look at him. This is the first troll, my first troll. He's a drug dealer with a lot of money. He's just bored. Like, what? Like that's what I'm doing videos because I'm bored, talking about health. And people started laughing. Then my trolls made me who I am. They kept sharing my videos, laughing, and people were like, yo, I love Yada. He's 100. And I came as I am and gave the people my life, told them my background. This is where I come from. I didn't jump on nobody's bandwagon, nobody's platform. I don't do debates. I don't do lectures. I've been had money. I still have money. And I'm willing to do it for my people. Like, this is genuine love. I don't need nothing from them.
Facts.
You feel me? Nothing, brother. I don't need nothing from them. I'm up. My bank account is beautiful. My family is straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. I really do this from the heart because I'm in love with the people. Because at one point in time, nobody told me, you sick, man. You need help. Nobody told me. I'm acting crazy, popping out. Man, I knew I was sick when I hopped up out the car. I'm in a drop top Benz at the stoplight. Dude looking at me, crazy my baby girl in the back seat. I hopped out with a gun, bro. What's up? I'm sick.
Right.
I'm believing I'm healthy. I'm sick, but nobody told me that.
Real talk.
So I had to fall in love with self. And when I fell in love with self, I understand that I must detoxify the body, the mind, and I must distance myself from people. That's why when me and you were together, all we do is laugh.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we do.
Teeth, show.
Because I'm in love with self, so I do it for the people. And when they truly find out what I really have for them, they're going to be amazed, bro. I'm waiting for you to ask them questions.
Man, love it. I love the story, man. I love to know people's stories, man, because I get motivated. You know, sometimes you hear similar things and other times you hear those unique things that adds on to the motivation. So I also got to ask you,
right.
You mentioned trolls.
Right.
And you mentioned the first one. That's interesting to remember the first troll. That's dope. You know, like I said before to you, I imagine that the streets don't really have trolls because bullying can only go but so far in the physical realm. So is nobody really a troll in the physical world? No one's really trolling people physically in their neighborhoods, harassing them. But we do know trolls love the virtual abode, and they are plentiful. What came to mind? You coming from a very strong background in the streets, still community-based, still a lot of love, but nonetheless learning a lot of things from alpha males that's disciplined. How's the transition? What was the first thing in your mind when you realized, you know what, there's people I don't know. Talking reckless, right. And I have no clue who these people are, right. But they keep coming. And some of them are consistent, right. And some of them even assign themselves to you. Like I told you earlier, I said, man, your trolls do different stuff. And I ain't gonna give my trolls any ideas. I just watch his trolls, and I'm like, oh, like I could tell your trolls different from mine. Like they talk different, they act different, you know. Your trolls show their face more. Yeah, right. I'm like, this is some interesting stuff. Right. And so how does it feel to know people have personally assigned themselves to giving people a false representation of who and what you are?
It was a time in my life when I only seen the bad in everything. I seen the bad even in the good. That's how you know when a person's mentally sick. So now I love my people so much when they do things like that. I say, damn, they're sick. When my daughter be like, yo, you just trying to help them. Because we just donated $20,000 to families transitioning out of homeless shelters.
This is a fact.
Like me and my daughter just gave people $20,000 to help them get right in that. But when she's like, yo, we trying to help you, why are they talking to you like that? Why they say they want to smack you? Well, I said, baby, they sick. They sick. They know not what they do. They sick. Do you remember when I used to act like that? That's what I'm telling you. You remember? Yeah. How did you feel? Scared.
That's right.
They just sick. They always sick. They sick. We gotta get them right in town. We gotta get them back healthy. If I say I love myself, I must love those that look like me.
It's true.
So all I can do, my brother, is continue to do what I do because the love of the people outweighs the bad of the people that hate on me. You did?
It's a fact. It's an absolute fact. So I mean, this is great perspective, amazing perspective, and I like to ask those questions because there's new teachers sitting here who don't even know that they're the next ones, right? And they need this as a guideline. That's why these questions have to be asked. Sometimes we go straight for the nuances of holistic health and the mathematics and Black history and us living in the diaspora, but we miss the social aspect of becoming or growing into leadership, because this would save a lot of people trouble. Because I'm gonna tell you, the troll experience has been a very interesting one. Now I'm all embracing of it. I realize they do a lot of my marketing for me.
Facts.
So I really appreciate them. And I got people who dedicate themselves to me quite often. And so now I get to a point that I just study other people's trolls as well, because I realize that they cling to certain parts of people's personality, and they must represent the parts in themselves that they are insecure about.
Facts. And
the parts that they would like you to suppress, because every time you show forth your light, that's the part of them that's blinded by it.
So we have to understand, and this is what it is too, right? Because I teach on health and love. So I tell a brother, yo, we must speak life back into our woman. The brother says, shut up, yada. I'm gonna slap your little ass. I'm like, damn, just start saying speak life back into your woman. But this lets me know that when I say something, they had to look in front of that mirror. And when they looked in that mirror, they didn't like what they see. They didn't like what they saw. So they want to say, yada, turn the lights off. Stay, keep the lights off. I don't want the lights on no more. My woman ain't ish because I ain't ish. And if I ain't ish and she's with me, she ain't ish. You understand what I'm saying? So when I say speak life back into your woman, because when you speak life into your woman, you speak life back into yourself. So when I say that, they're like, nah, you gotta keep the light off. Keep the light off. Keep the light off. Now I'm talking about mental health. Because if I can teach a brother how to love his woman better, they can produce healthier children. But if a man's beating and cussing and bashing, they will produce sick children mentally. And a sick mentality will produce a sick physical body. We must understand these things.
This is true.
We must understand these things, man. And my love for the people, so you gotta understand, I didn't even know I was jumping on the front line for the people. I just had a beautiful woman that healed me, that said, do something for me. And my word has always been my bond. Always. I've never lied, stole, took nothing from nobody that didn't deserve it. Believe that. In my heart.
You said that didn't deserve it. That's real talk.
Being real.
It's real talk. I'm listening to you.
And my heart has always been loyal. That's one of my worst problems, because I'm too loyal. If you go on a war, I'm going to war with you. Yeah, there's 2,000 people against us. So what? You're my brother. I love you. And I did that for the people. They didn't know how to understand it. So they're like, what does he want from us? One brother said, why does Yada love us so much? Why? What kind of sick people, man? And that hurts until I cry myself to sleep, knowing how bad my people are hurt. Especially the brothers. Especially the brothers. They got too much ego. Too much ego. My teachers are better than his. No, my teachers are better than yours. No, instead of saying, yo, let's come together. Let's build something solid. Let's come together. Let's build something solid. But nah, man, we are so mentally sick. I give the people my past. I give the people my present. I open the door for the people to see my life. So if they want to judge me, yeah, you gotta dress us like this. I showed you this. I didn't dress one way and then go behind closed doors and you've seen a whole different person. I just want the people to know how much I love them, man. And we have to get in tune, mind, body, and soul. Mind, body, and soul, right?
So where do you see the direction of our young people? It seems like they're a bit erratic and very emotional and very overreactive.
You got to understand. And a lot of men get mad at me, bro. Y'all ain't man bashing. Women are having babies by weak ass men. So the men are no longer there to raise their sons. Now the sons are acting like the mothers. Very feminine, very emotional. Any man that tells another man to suck his private part, that's a deep issue.
It's a very deep issue.
No real man would never invite another man to his penis. Never in life.
Under no circumstance.
So we have to ask ourselves, where does this mentality come from?
You talking, brother.
And it comes from the men. We forgot how to be men. So you got weak young boys looking up to weak grown men. Now the cycle keeps going and on and on and on. That women say we can't find no strong men. No, we here. We just sitting back there watching y'all.
It's a fact.
That man done broke. You done been with this weak man for so long now. You acting weak. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that. So we have to get in tune on every level of who we are, on every level. But nobody wants to deal with the truth. I look in the mirror all the time. You gotta fix this. You gotta this, fix that. I check self. So the world is gonna check me. It might do in a way I don't want it. I can come on my mouth just because I'm in the heat of the moment, in an emotional state, and say something to you that gets me killed. Because somebody loves you. Just because somebody loves you. That's what we have to understand, sick people, man. It's deeper than this. In effect, y'all people believe themselves to be healthy. That's the worst sickness. When they're sick and think they're healthy.
This is true.
That's why I just sit back and be like, come on, man, we gotta get in tune. We gotta get in tune, man.
So I want to ask you, what's your vision as far as health is concerned? Where does your vision take us? We are now 10 years into the future.
Facts.
And you've properly and successfully implemented as well as employed your stratagems that work out for the better good of humanity in general, more especially in the case our people. Let me ask you one thing.
Yes.
Is your healing exclusive to the Black community, or is Yada down for healing whomever needs healing? This is a very, very sensitive issue depending on what platform and who's listening.
Okay.
Because on some platforms, it's like, what kind of weird questions is that? Of course, everybody. And then other platforms would be like, you're down for healing other people. So it's an interesting question, whether you see it that way or not. I'm just letting you know, there's some people who, whatever your answer may be, because I don't know it, whatever your answer may be, there's always the other side. So I'm asking these questions because it's good for growth, because you have incredible perspective. So now that we can all come to the conclusion that this brother has incredible perspective, I believe we all agree with that. Now that we've come to that conclusion, I would like to ask a person of incredible perspective and high intellect these types of questions. Is your healing exclusive to the Black community and members of the same? Or is Yada in support of healing humanity at large?
Right.
And if so, what might be the benefit of that?
Okay. The first law of nature is self-preservation. Self-preservation. So, of course, I'm going to uplift my brothers and sisters because I love them with a passion because they are my reflection. But when I deal with health, I can't just say, I can only deal with this group of people and let everybody die off. I can't do that. Because when you deal with true health, you deal with true love. I can't mix health and hate together. It won't work. I will produce sicknesses that I'm treating and not reversing. I'm here to reverse.
That's right.
I'm here to reverse. So yes, first of all, nature self-preservation. I love my people. I uplift my people. I speak life into my people. But I'm here for all people. When I'm talking about healing, but the people tries to put Yada in a box. They say, yo, Yada, you can't dress like that. That's not conscious. Or Yada, you shouldn't speak to these people because that's not Black militant. I never said I was none of that. I came from the midst of my people. When I say the midst of my people, I walk next to men and women that most men can't even stand around or get nervous around. So when it comes to healing, I'm here for all people. Because I'm in love, like I'm truly in love on a physical, mental, and spiritual note, man. Like, I'm just in love, man. When you really get healthy, all you know is love. And when I look at people, I don't see race, I don't see religion, I don't see gender, I see sickness or health. That's all I see, sickness or health, brother.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Talk to me.
You know, I'm getting messages that people definitely loving what you're saying so far. Do you think being open to healing everybody has its disadvantages, considering Black people's history, particularly here in America and abroad? Do you think we should kind of have and I heard you say self-preservation. I hope people understand how he prefaced his statements before he spoke, so that you know and understand the premise. However, do you think there's any disadvantages to being so open to healing humanity in general? As far as Black people are concerned, are we at a disadvantage if you choose to heal other people? And then I want to ask you this. Have you found other races to be more forthcoming with embracing you as a healer, as opposed to your own people?
Listen, my people are so mentally, physically, and emotionally sick.
See, one quick thing. Black people's problems are, let's get fishy things. Fishy things Black people's problems are too big for us to have the luxury of helping everybody. So this is an example of the thought process.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Go ahead, brother.
I'm attacked more by people that look just like me than any other race. Asians come to me. Hispanics come to me. Caucasians, European, they come to me in love. I love you, brother. Come to Australia. Come here. Come to South America. Come here. You know what my people say? Shut up, you stupid. I didn't read that in no book. I run to Mother Nature. I run to Mother Nature. You run to a book that keeps you sick. You have to understand. Now you're talking about, yeah, I shouldn't heal people that support what I'm doing and believe in what I'm doing. Like I said again, the first law of nature is self-preservation. And I love my people. I love you so much that I get nailed on a cross daily for speaking truth into you because I'm in love with you. Go to war and die for you. Mean that. Mean that. I don't need nothing from you. I have my own money. I've been had my money. I don't need nothing from you. But for you to become better, for you to feel how I feel now. Because I was once you. I'm not better than you. I am you. I am you. Depression, there. There. Thought about killing myself multiple times. Sick. So when I speak to you and tell you it's time to get in tune, it's time to get right and exact, it's time to eat on a cellular level, you know what you say? Dr. Say, you already said that. Such and such already said that. He stole that from this. He stole that from them. I didn't even know who y'all were. Go back to my first video is me inside of a bathroom, bro. A beautiful bathroom. A gorgeous, you know what I'm saying, a boss bathroom. Diamonds on my neck, but that's how much I came as I was. You know what the people say? Because of I'm becoming popular, something I didn't ask for. I didn't want to be popular. I came from a walk of life when the light was no good for brothers like me. I don't want no light though in the background. I don't need that.
Dig it.
So when I talk about people getting mad, how can you get mad when I deal with health? Because when I was sick and I hated myself, when I was sick mentally and hated myself, I wanted to kill what looked like me. Now that I'm healthy, I want to uplift mine before anything, because I must start inside the home and then work my way out. But I want to heal all bodies. Because if I can get them healthy like me, they will love everybody, but have no drama.
That's true.
They'll be fed poison. And then when I start act sane.
Wow. Talking that talk. Talking that talk. Now the question arises. Why do you believe at times it may be harder for our people to receive you as a healer? Do you think it's because of your height? Do you think it's because of your race? Do you think it's because of your complexion? Now, I know I'm talking about Black people, and I said because of your race. What do you think is the block that our people have when you may be saying something so simple and so obvious as far as what they need to ultimately make this transformation for the best? What do you think is impeding on our people's ability to properly assimilate or process the data that you have been putting forth or disseminating? What do you suppose is causing the blockade?
Would you trust a person that looks in the mirror and tells themselves that they hate themselves?
No, we wouldn't.
So when my people see me, they see the reflection. They say, you know, they say. They see me and they see their reflection. They see me and see their reflection. But let somebody else say the same thing. It's law. Mentally sick. He dresses like me. He talks like me. He sounds like me. They sick, man. We have to love them back to life.
Wow. Wow. So, love them back to life. Brother Yada says we have to love them back to life. But here's a question. If a person is dead, figuratively, how might we initiate the love them back to life process? Is it a fruit? Is it a vegetable? Is it a statement? Is it a hug? Is it a kiss? Is it a combination of 2 out of 3 things? How does one begin, or how does one commence the love them back to life operation when there are some people out there that are incredibly difficult to communicate with? When I say this, I'm saying I know some sick people right now that no matter what you say to them, the response is negative. No matter how much love you give them. In fact, I want to ask you, as well as how do we commence the love them back to life operation? I want to ask you, have you ever met people that the more love you gave them, it appeared that they was even more angrier with you because you was giving them love as opposed to ignoring them? Have you met those people? And if you met those people, back to the first question, how do you commence loving those people back to life?
It's so sad. I want to tell you like this. It's so sad that people are so mentally broken. They have been so mentally broken that some women won't take a man serious unless the man beats on her. Won't believe that the man loves her unless the man beats on her. Now, we must love those to life that we can. And then we have to understand the laws of nature. The weak is going to die off regardless, brother. You have to remove the cancer. You have to remove the cancer to heal the body. But our community is cancerous because it's only producing cancer cells. Because the people we look up to are cancerous. The people that we love in are cancerous. We forgot how to love ourselves, because when we love ourselves, and then we can love those to life. Because if I have to love you to life by distancing myself from you, and you being my reflection, when I'm loving myself to life, that means I'm loving you to life, if you accept it or not. But we're trying too hard. We're trying to save somebody that's drowned. We jump in the ocean. I grab you. You pull me down with you. Yo, chill, polite. I got you. Chill, relax. You fighting me, tussling me, now we both drown. I have to love something from a distance. We must love something from a distance. We have to get in tune. 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 Now I want you to understand why I said we have to get in tune, because everything's harmony. When things break up your harmony, you can't deal with that no more. You're no longer in tune. Mm-hmm. So I must love myself. And if I can't love myself enough, I can't love you at all. So if loving you back to life is me loving myself first and distancing myself from you, so be it. It has to be done like that. It has to be done like that.
Real talk, real talk. I want to talk to you about the free living program.
Okay.
Sounds like a damn dream. I mean, to put free living up there, people said, polite man, cut the shit. I said, oh no, this is not my shit. This is my man's shit this time. This ain't my shit.
Yeah.
They said, cut the shit, polite. What do you mean free living program? Why are you bringing a person on the program professing to have a free living program? When Brother Polite, we know you about money. Brother Polite, we've been doing the research. Y'all done seem to be about that money. Y'all done look like money. Been around and we smelt like money. The best sense of money. So we now have to ask, what's this thing about free living program? Are you just saying what you feel would appeal to people to win them over? Or is this really legitimized? Because automatically, the first thing they hit me with is, be careful, polite. You just put a free living program thing in your title. Maybe you should vet through a lot of what this man is teaching first before you jump out the window. But I say, hey, y'all didn't, nothing was postulated to you. there was no assertion made. Free living program, just putting it in the title, people got upset.
Wow.
Question marks arise. Oh man, ain't no fucking free living. Calm down, everybody. Calm down. I am going to find out along with you, what is the free living program? What is the goal? What is the intention? Where does it have its inception? Let us know. What is the free living program? Very important.
I went to Ecuador. Beautiful Ecuador. I was out there studying the plants, the herbs, and watching how the animals, what they would eat, and how they didn't eat when they got sick. Beautiful artifacts. It's a whole different topic. But I went out there, and I was like, dang, I wish my people could see this. I wish they could see how beautiful this is and how tasty the fruits taste. It's gorgeous. The waterfalls and the mountains and the fresh air. I said, yo, Yada. I talk to myself and I answer myself. People call that crazy. I call that sane. I said, Yada, what's your bank account looking like, brother? I laugh to myself. I do stuff like that. I said, it's looking very great, brother. So get some land for the people. So I got some land. I have land now. I'm going to Ecuador next month to wait for my people to come in. I got land where you can come for free. All you have to do is get your plane ticket and come to Ecuador for free. I also got a detox retreat center, which do cost money, but it's very low amount of money. But the land, the detox, the healing center, the housing for you is free, family. That's how much I love you. And I'm the youngest brother that I know of doing it on the level that I'm doing.
I agree.
And I don't want nothing from it. I don't want no money. I don't want, just come. I don't do this for the money. Like I told you, I've been had money, still have money. Come, let me show and prove everything I talk about and why they mad. I'm in love with you because I am you. I understand sickness. I was sick, mind, body, and soul. So now that I'm at peace, now that I found heaven, peace. We've been told we find peace when we die. I said, no. We've been mentally sick. We've been mentally dead, physically dead. Come on. Come home. So I built them an oasis, brother. Fresh fruit, we got the mango trees, just beautiful mango trees just right there, man. Makes me want to cry right now. It's so gorgeous. And I'm doing it because I love my people, man, with a passion.
I want to ask you, what was your condition when you were sick? Did you used to drink? Did you used to smoke? Did you drink milk? Did you eat eggs? Did you eat cheese? I need to know, because you contend that the man you are today was blocked strategically. This is me paraphrasing. This is what I get from you. The man you are today was blocked strategically by the war on or against us based on our diet. This love that's emanating from you, you say, couldn't be transmitted because of your health.
Yes.
What exactly was your health? What was your disposition? How heavy was you? What was you eating? Was you drinking? Was you smoking? Tell me the combination of things. And the reason why this is important, because people need to hear what they're doing. Look at themselves, because you are them and they are you. So relatively, they are you in the past, they are you 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 5 years later, more evolved, or present day now. No matter what, all of us is a version of each other. So you, years ago, we got a concept of the mind and the destructive behavior, but what were the eating habits? What was you consuming? What kind of toxins was you taking into your body that may have impelled you to the disagreeable nature? Very important.
Meat. I eat a lot of meat. When you come from a certain type of lifestyle, they give you the picture of how a boss is supposed to eat.
That's true.
So I'm eating the steaks.
Gangsters don't die, they get chubby.
And move to Miami.
You know that. A lot of truth to it. You gotta change the gangster's diet.
But the steaks, the baked potatoes.
Don't be good, my niggas. Be great. Don't come after that bar. We eating steak. Yes.
You know, the shrimp and lobster, man. You know, the crab smothered in butter.
We all did it. We started eating.
Popping bottles. Every time I go out, popping bottles, heavy popping bottles for real, man. You know what I'm saying? And really living a savage life that we made to be fashionable. Like we fashioned being savage. You know what I mean? Because somebody else taught us what was healthy for us, what was great for us. This is how we're supposed to eat. This is how we're supposed to think. And then the music, and then the people I surrounded myself around. You know? And that's also a diet. I had to get that out of my diet too. Certain people I had to detach myself from them. But yeah, man, just a lot of starch, a lot of alcohol. A lot of alcohol. Because a lot of us are so depressed, we don't understand that we are depressed. So yeah, that's definitely it, man. The steaks and potatoes. And the cheese, man. I didn't even know a cheese that was that addictive. The milk. Everything we've been taught that was healthy, or everything we've been taught about health is a lie, and that hurts my heart, man. Because I'm watching my people die. Mentally, physically, and spiritually, I'm watching them die. And the point that they don't want to become healthy. They don't care. They love their food.
They love their food. They love their food. So, you was overweight.
Yes. Very overweight.
Give us some more symptoms. We need some symptoms.
Diabetes.
Yeah, diabetes.
I had diabetes, brother. I had diabetes. That was horrible, man. I'm 5'4".
Was it type 2 diabetes, or was it?
I had type 1 diabetes.
Okay.
I was jacked up. I was overweight. Like, I'm 5'4". I think I was like 2 plus, man. I was bad, bro. I was going to the face, swelled up, neck. You know what I mean? I had breast. You know what I mean? Couldn't see my penis. Like, and some men think that's okay. That's not okay not to be able to see a penis, man. That's a real issue. That's a real issue, man.
Sabi went through it too.
Man, you know,
he's impotent.
That I was too as well. I had horrible night sweats. Feet sweating so much it gave off that raw stench, like something died. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to take my shoes off type thing.
Wow. Depression,
anger issues, liver and kidneys was failing on me. I was going through it, brother. They told me I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be living. But I'm here. And when I came back, I came out with so much love in me. Like, yo, let's get right. I didn't care. I started in the bathroom with an iPad, bro. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know nothing about no conscious community. I didn't know nothing about none of that stuff. An iPad, and I'm in a big bathroom, stand-up shower, you know what I'm saying, with the jacuzzi tub. Like, that's my life. I'm just speaking to the people. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I always told them how much I love you. And then the trolls came with the hate. He's a drug dealer. He just bought, look at all the money he got, all the jewelry, the cars. He's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just horrible. But I never allowed that to stop me because I know my mission was serious. Like, I didn't come with no ill intent. I didn't want anything. I didn't come looking for nothing. So I just gave the people all of me, man. Some fell in love, some hated. It is what it is. That's life.
We have to address that. Is your Gucci belt hindering you or making you incapable of loving your people? Is your Louis Vuitton shoes a contradiction to the movement?
Let me see. Okay.
This is important now.
All right,
we can't play no games because I'm gonna blow up your spot. You got a lot of Louis Vuitton. Okay. I'm gonna blow up your spot, y'all.
So this is what I do, like, boom, right? This is y'all.
So how can you be for the black?
Well, listen. Look, this is me, man. You know, this is, you know what I'm saying? This is just me. This is me. This is who I am.
We gonna lose them now.
Man, this is who I am.
Don't lose them, brother. I ain't want you to do that.
Listen, this is who I am.
Who are you?
I'm real to self. Nothing I have on makes me. Nothing. My Gucci belt didn't say Yada don't get land for people for free. My Gucci belt didn't say Yada don't give $20,000 to people in a homeless shelter and not get nothing back in return. Me.
Talk to him.
But I don't see nobody in Daishikis doing half of what I'm doing, brother. With nobody running around with crystals all around the neck doing nothing that I'm doing. People that's moving the sage and all that. Nah, come on, man. That's for show. That's to impress other people. I do me. Yada likes what he likes. I dress like this because I like what I see when I look in the mirror. I've been doing this before the health. I'm still doing it now. I changed my mind state. If I see a good factory and the owner tells me, yo, I got good workers and they're producing great work, I'm like, wow. But if I see a person, the same boss with a factory and nothing coming out that factory, I'm like, something's not right. They paying attention to my clothes, not paying attention to my works.
Interesting.
Crazy, man.
Well, we got to divulge into this a little more because some people could think this is a bit of a deflection. So I'm gonna need you to address it again differently because you just showed us.
All right, listen.
Some Versace slippers. You just showed us a Gucci belt. I believe you got a Rolex on. The Gucci belt.
Some true on.
And you know, you just wearing some low because you chilling. You sweating your low.
I'm chilling.
So what I'm saying is, how can you be pro-black and wear all these European brands? How can you profess to love your people and disrespect them by wearing European brands? Why can't you find some black brands and sport these black brands like you sport these European brands? Yeah, you got land. Yeah, you just donated $20,000 to people transitioning, you know, dealing with homelessness. Yeah, so what? Where I'm focused on, the hell with the $20,000. The hell with it that you just donated. The hell with any other money you've ever donated. To hell with the fact that you have a free living program. To hell with the fact that you have a land that you invested in for the purposes of our people detoxing. My brother, I'm more interested in this damn Gucci belt and these Versace slippers. The true religions, I'm interested in the Rolex. And what I'm saying is, you're disrespecting and undermining your people. What do you say to someone who says that to you, even after all your contributions? They still feel, well, you know what? That's setting us back, black man, because people are going to look up to you and they're going to want a Rolex. They're going to look up to you and they love what you're saying, and they're going to wind up distracted, and they're going to want to wear the Versace slippers. They're going to look up to you and say, man, I was listening to him for the first hour. But then once he starts saying this Gucci and Versace thing, I knew the brother was lost. What do you say to a person whose response to what you're wearing as opposed to what you're doing creates this kind of almost enmity for you, or those who actually feel disheartened that you would even wear these European brands seemingly with pride? Why the necessity to wear these European brands over your black brands and opportunities? And how can you be for your people and wear those brands at the same time and contend before a live community that you're for your people when we can clearly see everything's European?
A lot of people don't know a lot of these black businesses with clothes was funded by y'all. A lot of y'all don't know that. A lot of my money went. But I'm a person of quality and not quantity. Now, if I met a person that produced something that felt like this polo, oh, I'm with it. I'm with it. Get it to me. But when I went to the brother down the street, you know, I bought his shirt. The next day I had a hole in it. Not because of me, because of the quality. I love the way my jeans fit. I had this Gucci belt for a few years. Still looks brand new. It's the quality. It's the quality. Now the same people I ask, do you put gas in your car? Do you flush your toilet?
Do you pay your rent?
Do you pay your mortgage? Do you pay your rent? Do you buy groceries?
Do you pay tuition?
So we have to get out of that mental. That's a sign of people that's stuck in poverty. That's a mental poverty state. Because when you see your brother with something, oh, you shouldn't have that. Why? Because you don't have it. And I'm not talking to the ones that can't afford it, but I'm talking about the ones that can't.
This is real.
So you want me to be stuck in poverty with you? No, I love the way this is me. And if they can't see past my clothes, my message ain't for them.
Real talk. Real talk.
Right.
So what do you think, or why do you suppose a person has to go out their way to identify what you're wearing as opposed to what you're teaching? Why do you think that's such a big deal in the community?
Because they hate what they see.
And do you see any validity in the argument that whether you're black, you're in a position of prominence, whether you realize it or not, and you have a moral obligation to not wear nor seemingly endorse these European brands? Do you think there's any validity to what they're saying?
Very cool. This topic is not important.
Well, it is to the people.
Because we have to understand.
I know what you're saying.
Right, but we have to understand the mind of these people. Because if I say, family, there's gold around the corner. You say, I didn't even hear his whole sentence because he had on a Gucci belt. Family, there's gold around the corner. I didn't hear his message because he has on a polo shirt. Family, there's gold around the corner. I don't listen to the message because he has shoes on. What I have on my body have anything to do with the message? I teach health. I don't teach fashion. I'm not saying go buy this, go do that. Y'all is being y'all, and I'm comfortable with who I am. I'm in love with self.
Yeah, sure.
Oh man, that's a beautiful picture. Yeah, show that for the people. That was real good. Oh man, we was out there crazy like that.
Let me show you how we look with my brother here.
Yeah,
y'all got to get some of this. Screen share. You know how we do. It ain't a polite moment. It ain't a polite moment if we ain't out here like this. This is how we look last night. Thank you for coming supporting my club.
Oh man, no, I want to do clubs, man.
Exactly, but it was a great experience last night, and I thank the brother for coming out and showing a great deal of support. Definitely. You know, because the people that are working to make that business successful, very positive people. And there's a lot of black folks involved with that project. We looking good out there, man. We looking good out there. You know, I'm just kind of like perusing through pictures. I am seeing them for the first time. Nice. Look at your boy. Look at your boy. Y'all need to see no more. This is how we look out here, though. This is how it gets down. Man, this is a dope pic. Extremely dope. That's how it looks. My homie right here.
Hey, for the record, I don't know who that light-skinned girl is.
Yeah.
I don't want y'all jumping and saying, that's this girl. No, it's not.
Nah.
She just hopped in the picture.
It's a different situation. Yeah, it's a different situation.
Just put it
but before we do any disclaimers, I'll stop probing because I don't know what we're going to see next. And I know Negroes, they're going to take any picture and they're going to do something crazy.
Yeah, they're going to be like, this got a wife or something.
Nah, that ain't the case.
I don't even know the system.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Brother Polite will take responsibility for that situation. Don't worry about it.
Keep it 100.
But yeah. Okay. So let's get it. Okay. Let's get it. Where are we at? Oh, you know what? I'm messing up. This is where we at. Hold on. Okay, we should be back. Hold on. There we go. Nice and clear. It's looking cool. But yeah, we had some fun. That was last night. Yeah. That has nothing to do with what's going to go on tonight. Even bigger and greater. You should be proud of this. But I asked you about the clothes.
Oh, let me tell you something.
Go ahead, my brother.
Let me tell you something. Now, me and the brother out. You know, I'm in the car. I'm driving. He's in the car. He's driving. You know, we looking like $1 million. A man walks up to us. He says, y'all some ballers. That's what he says. Y'all some ballers. Y'all some rappers or something? Brother Polite said, no, we're teachers. Do you know how powerful that is? That when they see young black men, the first thing people think is drugs, sports, or entertainment. And we can say, no, we're teachers. That's a beautiful thing. That's an amazing thing. And you guys should be proud.
That's right.
Of your brothers. But y'all want to tear us down. And I told Brother Polite, I said, man, look, I was a little iffy with you, a little iffy about you, brother. But when I see your children come to the living room with smiles on their faces, I said, that has to be a great man. I don't trust no man. I don't trust no man that doesn't provide and take care of his own. That's a fact.
That's an absolute fact. Yeah. So I just made sure I connected with a good family that reached out to me, true, and said that they wanted to make change in their life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, needed help, need to get right. And I don't believe he's trolling or anything. But yeah, there's activity that I have to render on to the people that costs. And the reason being is, no matter how much Good Samaritan efforts I contribute, I can't contribute to everybody free. It wouldn't be right. Even if I could give everyone everything on the planet for free, I wouldn't live in that world.
Mm.
It should come based on the spirit and the opportunity for that spirit to come to fruition.
Mm.
But understand that when you make strides towards the betterment of yourself, the trend is a whole lot more better. You recoup better when you work towards it. Earlier, to a great brother, to be paid anything I'm worth. So anytime I ever get paid, I know I'm underpaid. Anytime I'm paid for anything that I do, I know I'm underpaid. So I only can get what I negotiate. I cannot get what I'm worth. Because what is the price for my spirit? What is the price for my motivation? I can't put $1 on what I contribute to another person's life. Person say, man, you changed my life just through your teachings. I'll put $1 on that. I'd rather that be for free than me put $1 on that, because guess what? There's no price that I could have fixed to the spirit when it's working and it's empowering people to do better by their life. But then there are other instances where I say, man, I don't want to make you into a parasite where I'm drained because I'm helping so many people at my own expense that now I can't even do for my family. Or I don't even have time or energy for myself to homeschool my daughter. So I tell people, man, I have to do consultations. Consultations by the hour, that'll be only 24 people. And those of y'all that's there, y'all know I get millions of views. So how could I only talk to 24 people? So I got to find a way to create a situation whereby I can select that random who I talk to for free. And many of you know, I give courtesy calls. Y'all to be around me like, yo, he's like, yo, you just talk to people at random.
Man, listen, we in traffic.
I make the most of my day.
I'm in the Batmobile shifting up. We going up mountains.
Yo,
he turns around on me.
Because the mailman was like, yo, you brother Polite.
I said, bro, I'm turning around following him. Like, what you doing? Oh, man, he was happy to see me, so I had to stop and say, I'm like, man, and I told him, bro, I said, brother, you can't do that with everybody. I told him that. He's like, I gotta show love back. You can't do that with everybody. We pull over there, you know, somebody shooting at the car. Polite doesn't understand who he truly is. And people say that with me too. They say you don't understand who you are. But I've seen so many people talk about the brother, man, but to be around the brother. Now I'm not saying the brother's an angel or anything. Please understand, I don't vouch for nobody but myself. But the brother, for me being around, he shows and proves who he is. I've seen so many people talk about the brother, man, but to be around the brother.
That's my publicist and inspiring. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, you know, so I'm not vouch, but the brother is very loving, brother. And the best fun me and him have together.
See, this is your people.
Is laughing.
This is all that drug gang gonna get exposed. See, that ain't my show. You know what I'm saying? These are the people
all that drug gang gonna get exposed. You don't. What?
Nah, we don't know. We'll never see him again until he makes a new name. Because he's going to. He's going to. These people are sick.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, there's no amount of good you can do that some people just will not see it. And it speaks to the narrative that you just put before us, that our people are really so sick.
Yes.
And it speaks to what I was saying, that the more love you usher in to people's lives, they be like, man, you don't love me. Mm-hmm. I was just talking to somebody a few minutes ago where I had to take a break Because I'm like, now I'm getting to the point, I'm almost trying to convince this person I'm concerned about them. To the point that it's poisoning me. And I'm starting to think negative with what happens with sick people. I always tell people this in this healing process, this holistic health journey. We call it holistic because we're incorporating any of a number of different things, whatever it suffices to do in whatever combination in order that healing may transpire. Right. That being the case, if it is sickness, how do we truly respond to sick? Because they may be not just sick by the convention that we all understand it phenotypically when it starts showing in the face or on the body, but also mentally and spiritually sick. So how do we treat it? We have to treat it. We have to be able to make the same type of assessment or diagnosis that allows us to understand if a person has that which is contagious, that which can be cured, or that which can only be treated until we have more understanding. So with this sickness that our people have, that we've all been plagued by, no one can evade responsibility or respondability or ability to respond to the fact that we all get plagued by sickness, so no one's higher than anyone over here. But the reality is, some people are so sick, it becomes contagious, whereby you try to empower them with progressive thoughts, and in the interim of you looking to empower them, you wind up with toxic thoughts. Now it's contagious. Now I'm ready to curse you out for being so negative. Because I'm over here working to be so positive. And the second you become negative, you know what they're going to say? You yelling at me, talking about you trying to help me.
That's the truth.
You got to be careful
That's true.
how this spirit thing works, because now you wind up being just as plagued by the same thing that has held their body as a host that you are looking to exercise out of them. Now it's in you. So that's when the sickness can be contagious. So what do? When we know people are sick, we say, sometimes you have to keep a certain level of space from them.
It's fact.
Other times we have to make an assessment and say, you know what? We have to help them in intervals. That's the treatment. And then the other times we know, it might be a simple hug or a kiss that can get this person back. But you know what? Some people really are going through something so special, so sensitive, so significant, and something that probably has its inception in their adolescence that we far removed from it. They themselves have to do personal excavations into themselves to bring it to the surface so that someone can make a proper assessment and aid them in their transformation. But they themselves have to be willing. So I always say, man, no matter how much a herb can do wonders to the body, no matter how much a diet can work its magic on the body, the first commitment has to be that person to themselves.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
Has to be that person to themselves. Otherwise, you'll be the one. I took them and it didn't work for me. What was your state of mind? Where was your spirit? Did you even believe that it would work out for you? Or was you down on your own self? Was you too pessimistic? Was you so cynical? And I'm not saying, man, I'm not trying to take you to church and say you got to believe these herbs work for you in order for it to work for you. But I'm going to tell you this. You actually do got to believe that what you're using is going to help you in order for it to help you, because your mind will aid it. So whereby you might need 3 or 4 doses or something, your approach towards healing can help make the process more efficient. That is the power of positive thinking.
Facts.
Being around positive people can aid it. Also, not listening and watching things that make you irritable can aid. That's why we say it is holistic, because we're not stopping at diet, and we're not stopping at herbs, we're not stopping at people, and we're not stopping at environment. We're saying we're going to take as many of any combinations that is immediately accessible to us, that doesn't incur the stress of us expending way too much energy to transform. Whatever we can have accessible to us that doesn't take too much or demand too much of us, we should use it and shall use it to our better advantage in order that we may be the benefactor of such a strategy. That's what we're talking about.
Facts.
This is some real information, family. So when people say, man, how can we get this thing started? How can we get the job done? I go, yo, listen, let me tell you something. The job gets started once you convince yourself the job can be done.
Facts.
You have people walking halfway into healing.
Mhm.
Then they what? They digress. Smoke 2 times as much as they were smoking. Drink 2 times as much as they was drinking. Why? Because you didn't fully commit yourself when you first walked in. Because you know what you want? You want to be able to say, that person failed me. But you know what? You failed yourself. You fail yourself. Because the number one person that's important in your healing process is not your doctor, not your herbalist, but you. You have to know how to rely on you, because you have to get yourself up in the morning and say, this can be done. You have to take those herbs and eat those foods or go on that fast with a conviction that stipulates this disease or dis-ease is not above or beyond me. You have to say to yourself, if humanity was intended to be sick, we would have never evolved.
Polite.
Go ahead, my brother.
I want to read a question that Marlena Smith asks. It says, Polite and Yada, do you feel your product is of the same caliber of big name white corporations? What if people used that same excuse not to support your brand? So I guess I guess it's self-explanatory. Can you want to respond to that question?
Okay. Do we believe our products are just as effective as the major European brands? Is that what the question was?
Yada was talking about a shirt that he bought from a black company that got a hole in it. So
Yes.
you opted to go for a better material. So she wants to know if people use that same analogy with your brands, does that still give people the same type of option to
Oh, I get it. Well, if you don't mind, let me respond first.
Go ahead.
This is what I would say. People should get what they feel it suffice to get in order to achieve or accomplish the goals that they want. Me personally, I've never asked anyone to buy something from me because I'm black. I don't like the marketing strategy. I don't want to marginalize myself to a demographic as a producer. It behooves me to compete with the rest of the world. So any place where I'm incompetent, negligent, or lacking, due to the competition, in honesty with myself, I can make the necessary adjustments to not only compete, but to even conquer when it suffices or when it need be. So no, I want people to have the opportunity to buy my products in contrast to other people's products. I want them to be able to definitively conclude what level or what caliber of product I have. In addition to me, I want to be able to say, you know what? When I was selling my books, and it wasn't selling as fast as I would like them, I could have took the approach many black entrepreneurs use. See, black people just don't want to support black people. But you know what I did? I started to lecture instead of just write books and expect black people to just magically come. And then I stopped limiting my information exclusively to black people. And I made sure that the message can be respected, even if it was packaged for the liberation of black people, that it was coherent enough for people of all races in their right mind to appreciate what I'm saying, so much so that they say, I have to support a message like this. This message will make my life better. You see, because if I made toilet paper that was red, black, and green, not only would the ink make my ass itch, but then I would be limiting people's ability to wipe their ass per their complexion. And that is a bad marketing strategy. When black people make toilet paper, they should make toilet paper for everybody to wipe their behinds, not just for black people to wipe their behinds. So if they start marketing only to a specific demographic to wipe their behinds, they're already losing in the competitive market. Therefore, they won't even have a voice. So I'm telling you, I want them to use the same approach. I want them to compare and contrast amongst my product and the European product. Because watch this. When it comes to my books, it's written by me the way I think. When it comes to healing and you have herbs or detox, it's emanating or permeating from your experience. and imbued into your product. That is a portion of your spirit. That's a portion of your personality. No one can replicate that. So if Yada has a detox, and he does, and it's very successful, and it's very efficient, and it very much so works. If Yada has a detox, and he does, that detox is a compilation of everything he's went through that brought him up to present date. I hope people understand what I'm saying. The motivation behind the product stems from a place where he was sick and now has been healed. Everyone doesn't make products under those pretenses. They make products because they're in the lab and they mechanically, outside the convention of the human spirit, say this should work because this counteracts that. Whereas we're dealing with someone coming from an actual experience that they can say, I had this and I took that.
Look, a lot of people don't know. I spent over $150,000 traveling, just studying herbs, just traveling. $150,000 of my own cash. Came back to the States and gave out free detoxes. Detoxes for free. So when people started healing themselves, they started spreading Yada's word. Yo, get Yada's product. I've never told nobody, go buy my products. Never. The people say, yo, Yada's is official. Yada is right and exact. Yada makes it happen. Then I back it up with real things. I don't sit online and order my herbs offline. Man, I'm really out there in foreign countries in the jungles by myself. By myself. And what makes my product so great, like the brother was saying, is my love that I have for you. So once you get right and exact. Period. Period. And if I didn't have to travel and it didn't cost me so much to do what I do, I would give detoxes away for free. For free. I would just give them away. But it costs me a lot to do what I do. I don't do nothing synthetic. The medical field does that. They give you synthetic everything. I don't do it synthetic, and I go straight to the source. I've always been taught that. Go straight to the source. I go to Mother Nature. And I'm out there, and I'm looking through this, and I'm looking through that, and I bring it back home. Some things I can't bring back home because it's illegal. Some herbs are illegal here.
It's true. But I have my own stories.
But I just let you know, I love you, and I get it in for us. For us.
What's up, D? You have anything you want to ask on behalf of the people or yourself?
I'm sure you're going to get some feedback about this later. I think what I was implying is you applying a broad brush to fashion in respect to why you choose one over the other. I think that some people will view that portion, because fashion is a very important part of hip hop culture. Fashion is a very important part of everyday wear. So I think people may take, and while people say, well, fashion is not important, fashion is a part of you not walking in the street with no clothes on. So are there any brands of the sort of the urban brands that you support, that you feel comfortable wearing, that is of good quality, that you would support? And that applies to both of you.
I got African Paul. I got the let's see, Day One from my brothers. I got Justice. These hats that's real dope that I normally wear a lot of times on my streams. But you know, it's a work in progress.
Yada?
I got
I want y'all to respond to the question as well.
Yada, I got family. I love y'all. I don't wear dashikis. I don't wear none of that stuff. I came in being who I am. I'm comfortable with the way I dress. I'm comfortable when I look in the mirror and see who I am. If I stop being me, I don't know what else to be. You already judged me for being me, so you gonna judge me for being fake now? For wearing a dashiki, knowing I can't stand it. I don't like the way they look. I'm from this generation. This attire, regardless of who created it, we made it fashionable.
It's a fact.
We made this fashionable.
That's true.
So if you want to take something from us that we made look good, and and say, oh, put this on. I don't know nothing about that. And then them dashikis are made in China. Come on, stop it.
Facts.
You can't do me like that.
I mean, even the design of the dashiki has a European influence.
Man, where's the
Because it
fabric
didn't look
coming
like
from,
that
brother?
originally.
Where's the fabric coming from?
Yeah, it is. I talk to people about that, but then they don't give a hell because it's supposed to
And
represent
then,
black.
I've gave money to people to start their own business. Some are successful. I'm not going to say who they are because I'm like, oh, y'all funded
That's
job.
right, that's right.
I'm not going to do that. But I'm letting you know I do back my people with my own money. Now, when I spend my own money on, let me do that.
Right. I agree with you.
I like the question though, and we might incorporate this part because this is big in the community. I was telling my brother Yada, I said, "Yo, this is big. You know, I know, because I don't lighten up. Y'all is real humble. I be on these dudes' necks. I be reverse trolling. I know you don't like it. I'm going hard at you. My publicist is always telling me, yo, man, sometimes you can't. You know what I'm saying? It's so much words. And this is the conflict we go in. And I always take his advice at the end of the day. And I'm telling him, yo, I did calm down. Like I am slowing down. I just didn't post the last.
Reinforce that.
Watch this.
Reinforce that.
I did not.
I did tell you to tone it down a little. I did say that. Now, what you do, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest. What you do now, I did. I'm doing a little bit now. I don't do as much, but when I was your age, I was doing that. I had every flavor British Walker. If you know what British Walkers are.
Oh shit! How old are
I'm
you?
going back there. Dapper Dan. I had all that. I was doing all that. But you know, everyone goes through that phase, and people have to understand. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
Yo, you thought you was never gonna be laughed at when you had them British Walkers on, right?
Well, hold on. You laugh now, but back then you wouldn't laugh if you had every flavor British Walker. I'm talking back then. We're not talking about now.
Yo, I'm posting this. Right here.
Come on, Loops. Don't do that to me, Loops. Okay. Well, hold on. But see,
Every flavor of British Walker. I'm like, what the fuck is that shit?
Hold on. I can stunt now. I can stunt. I don't want to do that. I want to do a tour. But my point is, you know, like some people don't receive it.
I gotta look that shit up.
You know what I'm saying. But I don't want to stunt.
The thumbnail for the show. Go ahead.
That's all I have right now.
Yo, I try to avoid going to these laughing situations in the show, man. But damn, came out the gate. You know, I had every joint of British Walkers. And they don't even sound cool. But it's all right. I'm sure they was popping. And so, oh man.
They were, by the way.
I believe you. Come on, D. I know you're not.
British Walkers, what that day as your percentages are today.
What's that?
So that's all it was. I mean, tag was very expensive then, as it is now.
I dig it. And so,
Yada, don't do that, Yada. I know. I saw it coming, Yada.
Yo, I'm trying to leave it alone.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, somebody wrote British Walkers was fire. Her name is Mrs. Berry.
Okay.
Miss Berry, how old are you? I don't want to be rude. Come on, Mrs. Berry, come clean. All we see is your name. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna look you up though. I'm gonna look for you. Okay, Mrs. Berry, you got love from Mrs. Berry. Right. You know the blacker the juice, the sweeter the berry. Okay. Y'all laugh at this shit, laughing my ass off. Y'all stupid. This is Berry laughing. Mrs. Berry said me stupid. Yo. Oh man. But yeah, listen, now that was healing. I got healed. You've healed me with them British Walkers, man. I needed that British Walker pill. Yeah, but so what I'm saying is I didn't even post the last 2 days. You know why, D? I said, man, if I can't beat me, then damn it, I ain't gonna beat me at all. So you know how I followed this advice? I just didn't post a damn thing for 48 hours. So at least I can say, hey, I ain't putting nothing up there. But better believe tonight, I'm back on their ass, D. I got that slingshot, and I got the damn I8. And this is where I don't know if it's a generational thing, because D is very in tune with what's going on. He has to be, because his job. Right. So I'm not even going to play him like he's not in the know. I'm not in the know what he's talking about, but he's in the know what we talking about. Right. Let me do it like that. So he's definitely in the know, and he's not that old. It's that British Walker line that set him back some years.
Maybe I may have the wrong pair of shoes. We'll
oh, they were shoes. I didn't even know they were shoes.
Oh, you know, on 125th Street. I know they've been open for years.
Yo, so we have this conflict about. He's like, yo, just tone it down. Doing too much. I don't flash money no more. I toned a lot of shit down. Right? I toned a lot. Now people say, man, you acting like some damn rapper. Good. You know why? Because they'll find out I'm an author. That's the purpose of what I'm doing. I want young brothers and sisters who are victimized by the allure of those material things to turn around and say, well, he's probably in sports, music, and entertainment. And yes, but actually, I didn't come up from those things. I came up from scholarship, from teaching, from reading, from writing. So you can put me in a category. So the next time you see people looking a certain way or having a certain amount of material success, you can add author or orator to the category. So people don't think that they got to be the one in X amount of million to be a ball player, or the one in X amount of million to be the comedian, or the one in X amount of million to be or booty model, or whoever it is. No, you can also credit authorship to people's material success and speaking. So there's a method to my madness, and I know my publicist understands this. But he just tells me, mix it up, and I do mix it up. I have seasonal reasons why I do what I do. It's strategy. And I tell my people all the time, I'm not doing this to antagonize you. If you're feeling offended by me showing things that look like material success, that means you have an insecurity that needs to be addressed before you even come to the public and speak to me. Because I've never felt afflicted by seeing somebody else bask in their own glory. In fact, I feel empowered. I see you doing great, or I see you acquiring something material, and I see you as me. In my world, I know all Black people are not poor. Yeah. In my world. But I can't help but to feel when I see Black people, a pain of poverty resonates with me, where I hope they're doing good. Because I come from a place where a bunch of us were Black and had nothing. Starting from my household outward. Right. We didn't know millionaires. Right. The way I'm seen with a Serena Williams or a Puffy or a Mayweather or whoever, or Chris Tucker or Denzel Washington, whomever, a Kobe Bryant, a Chris Paul, or Blake Griffin, whoever. It wasn't random like that. I met no one. It was only a dream to meet someone, hopefully put me on, or to even shake someone's hand one day. I knew nobody. I always knew a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend who was a cousin of my homies, homegirls, husband-in-law, who knows that guy. That's how I would go in the hood. Yo, my friend, my man knows the dude that connect with him, that do that music right there. So, for me, I'm like, yo, when I see Black people doing good, materially, all I remember is Black people not having no materials, killing each other for it, fighting each other for it. You feel what I'm saying? Doing the worst conceivable to acquire those material things. I've seen the worst in Black people. I was the worst in Black people. So for me, when I see you have it and you look like me, if you even look rough around the face, like I said, I look in your face, there's something that the hood does to our countenance, where even when we smile somewhere, some people think we scheming when we smiling because our face is so hardened from the circumstances that we were subject to. These circumstances were so stark that it molded our face in such a way that even when we feel all right, people think we angry. Because we had to wear this face for years of insecurity, years of being neglected, years of being suspended in a broken family household, years of being impoverished. So how could we smile? Honestly. So even when we smile, it looks a little deviant. because of years of anguish, years of hostility, years of neglect, years of toxins. So now when someone has, I look at them and I go, you're not even supposed to exist. I say, you're not even supposed to be alive. I'm supposed to have 4 or 5 baby mamas. I'm polygynous and I don't even have 4 or 5 baby mamas. A man like me around so many women, I should have a bunch of baby mamas. The closest to me having child support is 1 pregnant woman on my ass. That's the closest to child support I've ever been. And it ain't my child. You see what I'm saying? That's the closest. Wow. But statistically, I should have 4 or 5 baby mamas, 3 or 4 child supports, or I should be dead or incarcerated at this age of 33. I made it to my 30s. They call me an OG where I'm from. They call me literally OG. I go to the Ville. Yo, what up, OG? I'm like fucking Jesus, because everybody's dead in the hood. And when I come back and I return, like, this nigga's still alive and he's doing better. And all I could do is tell him, many of the works I do, you shall do even greater. To motivate them. That's all I could do. And I come back and I multiply loaves of bread. You feel what I'm saying? To feed the family. But every time I return, they know I'm going to return, but every time I return, it is a blessing because they're like, man, he's still successful. And that in itself is motivation. So I'm one that's arrogant enough to say, and have the gall, because I'll say arrogance because that's what they want. I have the gall to say that my life is a donation. Because so long as I'm alive, people where I'm from know that they can make it. Because I didn't have to have the best jump shot or the best handle or the best vertical leap to get where I'm at. I had to read and write to get where I'm at. And I didn't have the monies for college tuition to have me up to my neck in student debt. So no, I didn't have to do it through the convention of paying for education to that extent. I didn't have to do it through drug dealing. I didn't have to do it, and there's no shame in sports, music, and entertainment, but I'm just saying we can't have the whole damn community trying to thrive off a career rooted in sports, music, and entertainment and not want to do or have any role in the liberal arts. You know, you want to be in front of the camera, but many of us don't learn what's behind the camera. The creative directors, the screenplay writers, the voiceovers, the narrative, the people doing the narration. We don't learn the nuances of this. We just want to be right in front of the goddamn camera. Not even realizing if you took a step back behind the camera and worked, you can wind up in front of the camera one day. Some of the most popular producers in the industry that are making music were producers first. And then eventually they put their vocals to that which they produced. You feel me? So there's a method to my madness. I don't just say, you know what, let me show them these jewels, let me show them this nice car. No, I'm excited. I'm very excited, but it's part of my brand. Because you know what my brand stipulates? You too can come from hell and live good as you conceive. And most of us conceive living good as driving a nice car, being around beautiful women, having more than pocket change, having fun at social events amongst people of our kind, and maybe diverse on other occasions. So no matter how much dashikis I wear, no matter how much globs of shea butter I put on, none of it is going to register when I teach my people until they see them swan doors. More people are going to listen to me that we all say need to listen, that don't listen when they see them damn doors go up. More people. And when I talk to them and they hear me speak, you know what they say? What the? That paradoxical moment when you thought the neighborhood dope boy was not the dope boy, he's an author, priceless.
Thanks.
That resonates with them for the rest of their life. Because I got this message from someone I never anticipated would have gave it to me. And if I would have gave it to them any other way, they would have shunned me because oh man, all those people who got that message, they live in poor anyway. That is the rumor. I'm not saying all conscious people are broke. The rumor, as rumor has it, spiritualists, black nationalists, those that are Pan-African, people that are conscious, know so much but can do very little about their own situation when it comes to power.
Can I say something, brother?
Go ahead, King.
It's funny that there's so many brothers, and I think I'm one of the youngest when it comes to healing. I'm not sure in the conscious community or not. It might be. I think am I the youngest or somebody younger than me? In general.
I think so. I'm not sure. I mean, no discredit to anyone else. I think you're pretty young.
But as far anyways,
as far as your confidence are concerned,
the older brothers, instead of them saying, I don't know who they are, but they should say, Yada, let me hold your hand. Let me uplift you. You got the land.
That's right.
You got the land. You got something that we don't got.
Hey, that's sensible.
But nah, I get tore down indirectly or directly. And I look at my brothers like, damn, like y'all, you guys are supposed to be my elders when it comes to this thing of healing. But instead of trying to uplift your brother, you speak down on your brother. But I say this humbly, and I don't know none of you guys personally. First, I love you. I have land for us to put our differences aside and deal with direct healing. We can all use whatever methods we all practice. We can bring it together and truly heal the nation. Again, I have land that you can come to. We can plant the herbs and roots we need to heal people. And I'm offering this to you. But we must sit at a round table and come to an understanding. Do you know what we can do for the world? The world. We gotta get in tune, man. We have to get in tune. And it takes finances to do this. And a lot of people get mad. They say, Yada, why are you dressed like this? Is military science.
And that's why I call it a wardrobe.
Man,
hence the reason war.
When my young brothers see me, they can relate.
They salute. And that's why. You know why? Because according to the ancient African archetype of conception, because we talk this talk, but we don't live the science.
Facts.
We live in a world of symbolism. We've always done that. Look at them hieroglyphics. Okay? Look at any of the other languages. They had ideographic and pictographic meanings whose inception was rooted in their primeval apperception. This means their cognizance of their surroundings. In our community, what we wearing is a form of communication, believe it or not, and it's a form of our sexuality. It is an extension of our spirit sexually.
Okay.
This is how we communicate. So when you try to suppress a man or a woman's right to demonstrate how they feel through their dress code, there is a potential for you to try to suppress them sexually. Now, I'm going to tell you something. When I say sex, I know you just think about copulation, seminal fluids. I know what you're thinking about. But sexuality has a great deal to do with, or sexual drive, I should say, has a great deal to do with our mentality. When someone plays against somebody in a sport and one person diminishes their role at the peak of adversity and another person rises to the occasion at the peak of adversity, one person has a greater sexual drive than the other. This is scientific fact. Same parts of the brain used for competition, same parts of the brain accessed or stimulated for a person's sexual drive. Bear in mind that the limbic system is made up of the same cells that the monkeys or the mammals are made up of, but ours is larger. The brainstem is the reptilian brain. Same cells as the reptilians, but ours is larger. The problem is people don't realize we have multiple brains, not one. And the responsibility is delegated from the corpus callosum, the human brain or God brain, to what brain will we use and when it suffices to use it. So when we're mingling amongst each other, there's a part of your brain that lights up called the fusiform. Fusi, light. Light formations are created when we come in contact with each other. especially those of the same kind. And when that happens, the amygdala, which is part or inside of the limbic system, the mammal brain, is the most interconnected part of the brain. And it resonates fear before anything else in light of a lack of understanding. So patience is the route for logic. You say, what does all this have to do with clothes? Because the first thing we become receptive to is what we see. We say the black man look at that woman, he looks at her ass first. The black woman looks at that man, he looks at his shoes first, most occasions. We look down at each other, first thing we do. Psychologically, we know what that is. The reality is, it's body language. So we come from a culture where if you don't have nothing, some things represent you are on the rise. You found a level of sustainability as far as transcending the depths of poverty. And so jewelry has been represented as a sign that things are bad, but no matter how bad things go, I've found my opportunity to shine. Jewelry has become a metaphor in the hood. Like, you know, I mean, things is bad. We all live in the hood. We all know we're impoverished. But some of us have found something to say, but I found the discipline to accumulate enough fiat to wear a symbol that suggests to me I can do this and more, because this was the first step. A lot of people don't understand this. There's a language taking place in the hood that people don't understand. They just think, oh man, he's just wearing jewelry because, you know, the young brothers are thinking, no, we're trying to say, you know what, we're overwhelmed by the situation. We're just wearing material things to represent the fact that every now and then we have our come-ups. Some of us more than others. But we have our come-ups. Yeah, I got a Hummer parked in front of the projects. May not be the brightest idea for a number of reasons. Nonetheless, why is it done? Because these are extensions of our character. So the Hummer represents the insecurity one has being impoverished, and the necessity to remind everybody else that, yeah, even though things are bad, I can always reflect on this, because this is that extension of myself that I'm proud of, in contrast and in contradiction to the poverty that is hard to escape day to day. So when our brothers and sisters from the hood see the Gucci belt, it becomes the bat signal for, damn, things might be better. Coupled with, or Robbins or whatever it is, they say, yo, hold on, he's doing this pretty consistent. It automatically becomes room for conversation. The brother says, yo, I want to be like you. Or can I be put on? Mm-hmm. Now the responsibility is in our hands to see what we say to that person when they say that. Now, other people, they just walk past them. They ain't asking them, can I get put on? You got the best suit in the world. They don't even know the science and the logic of suits. But guess what? I've been in environments where I've had to learn the science of the suits amongst the suit wearing, because that's a different communication taking place in that forum.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
So we talking about body language. We talking about communication. We're talking about getting the items that are necessary to conduct the transmission of certain of those thoughts. Now, I know you may say, polite just says shit sounds so damn deep, because it is that deep. You might say, I ain't never heard clothes broken down like a cultural aesthetic that represents metaphors of transcendence as it relates to poverty. I'm not trying to use words to baffle or bewilder people. I'm not trying to create a convoluted scheme whereby if you don't understand what I'm saying, he must be smart. I'm not doing that. It's unfortunately, I read a lot. And one of the things that I've learned that I had to engage to heighten my IQ was to study art of all sorts. And that's why I'm able to appreciate the aesthetic that is embedded into the cultural paradigm of Black people as it relates to the clothes that they wear. There are hidden messages in the way that we dress and how we process or consider what level a person is on based on what they're wearing. Is it true? No, but it speaks to a poverty narrative that was created from people who had nothing. And now in order to grasp their attention or to earn the right to communicate with them, they are looking for signs and symbols that warrant communication. men and women. This is how we respond. And you can know all the knowledge in the world. But do you have the signs and symbols that may empower you with the opportunity to take people out of that materialism and make them cross the threshold of consciousness? All I'm saying is there's a method to this madness. There's a method to this madness. And you may not like what I just said. You may think it's a cover up to wear European clothes. But I'm telling you, after giving this thing a lot of thought, as you see me in both, after giving this thing a lot of thought, I'm like, you know what? Not only am I going to do this for the intention that I have, I'm going to make sure I like it in the process. Because anything I do, I want to make sure I like it in the process. So I get a car with a certain intention. I can get a humbler car in terms of the price. But I have a certain intention. And I have a mission. And I have a personality. So my personality, I don't like to do things small. I always like to do things that I consider to be probably above and beyond me. Conquer it and then realize, man, I'm above that. I got to go higher. Right. So today is an apartment. Tomorrow is a house. Next day is some land. After the land, it's an hour. Sometimes we skip one. We go straight to the next. See, it's just who you are. So I always contend that some of the most materialistic people are the people who are upset about the materials, because materials don't make me angry.
Facts.
So I'm not so consumed with the thought of material items that I feel like saying negative things to people who wear them. So I start saying to myself, you know, the materialistic people are the people who are bent out of shape about people wearing material things, because it's affecting them in ways that I don't even understand. Because these materials don't make me yell, curse at you, judge you. In a certain way, it'll make me feel like, yo, I need to put you down. I need to make you feel like you're less than me because I'm smarter than you because I don't wear stuff like that. So I'm like, damn, could it be that people are so overwhelmed from not having? Could it be that people are so overwhelmed from not having that the thought of having and seeing someone have that which they don't have and couldn't get makes them so angry that they feel they need to lash out and tear down another person? And if that be the case, then who really is materialistic? Who really is consumed by thoughts saturated in material things? It must be the one who gets angry after seeing it, because it's affecting your health just seeing someone have. Sickness, family. But who am I? I just do a lot of thinking. And that's why we're so dangerous, because we actually know what our people are thinking. No, I mean, like, really, we all know what we're thinking, so to speak, but it's a blessing to have people come from a certain background, make it, and still care. Right. Because then the way we market ourselves, the way we think, the way we approach the world, it's going to be reminiscent to that of the very geniuses that exist in the hood that didn't make it out. And we can segue for the motivation that they need for one more day to make it out. You have no idea. So this is a whole different thing to a lot of people. You have no idea the motivation brothers and sisters get, seeing the very material things that you say, have you discussed it? You have no idea. And to y'all, it's just clothes, it's just shades, it's just watches. It's a cultural thing. It's a paradigm. A paradigm is a set of written and unwritten rules that people guide their lives and cultures by. There's rules. There's rules in the streets, written and unwritten.
It's a fact.
Things people do and just don't do. We went out with our homie yesterday. Oh, a good brother. Very good brother. Great intentions. It's not that he's bad. Yada was like, yo, dinner on me, I'm feeling right. So what Yada did, he said, yo, order what you want, everybody. So I was like, you know what? We're going to all order the same Neptune spaghetti. Dude, like, throw some meat in there.
He did.
So we like,
right,
meat? Good. Taro? I'm trying to figure this out. Like, bro, you don't know what's going on? You don't know the program? Oh, man, if I knew this, I would have bought something for myself. Never mind, we just learning. We really just getting to know the brother.
Right.
as I'm looking to employ him. Very good brother.
True.
I'm looking to employ the brother. Right now, in his belief and conviction about what I do and how I contribute to the world, he just want to be part of that vision. And for that, I'm greatly humbled by his service. However, when Yada left to the bathroom, I was like, yo, bro, did you just say in front of the brother with his generous offering, and this is Hotep, because many people interpret Hotep to mean peace. It doesn't mean peace. The hieroglyph for Hotep is a table with bread on it, because it was customary for me, whenever I come into somebody's world or I come into somebody's house, I need to give them something that represents me contributing to their world, not trying to take from them. So we normally use bread because bread was considered a provision that everyone needed. It was a fundamental aspect of what people ate. It was almost equal to water and sun. Bread, like the Bible says, give us our daily bread. So bread represents, food in general. But we can live off some bread if we got nothing else. We butter that joint, ketchup, whatever, ketchup sandwiches. We always had bread. So Hotep means offering. And the manner in which we extended our Hotep, it became peace in connotation because peace was invoked. Peace was invoked when someone comes and sees you for the first time and says, here. It's no different from when there's a new neighbor in town and you say, hey, let me give this person a pop or a kick. Hey, we're the new neighbors. Just wanted to let you know here. That's Hotep. You feel me? So we got to be in that state of mind. This is all the ancient African archetype of conception. So when the brother gave his Hotep, that's actually the right context. He gave his Hotep by offering us bread, by offering us food, as we are all learning each other. So this is what I feel like doing for you. I gave my Hotep today because I see food to be very valuable. So I'm like, yo, let's get these ginger shots. And let's get this kale apple ginger. Oh, there was a burger that I'm excited about because it's plant-based. So on another day, I'm like, yo, you got to try this burger. You got to try it. I'm so excited for him to try something. Price or nothing. It's the consideration. It's the fact that I put value on that thing, which makes it more valuable than any money. The ginger shot. There's value on that. I'm like, man, someone offer you that type of food, they love you. You feel me?
Fact. So
I'm like, yo, let's start the morning off with this. And then excitement, I'm like, yo, I'm going to go down to this juice bar I like over here. They're going to make this thing right. That's love. Cayenne pepper on top, juice, ginger, took the shot. That's our coffee for the day. Right. You feel me?
Right.
Love. So this is my Hotep. So back to the story, moving along, because we just got to dissect these things on so many levels for learning purposes, since this is the purpose of the stream. He gives his Hotep by extending a very gracious opportunity for us to eat healthy food. And that healthy food conception was nearly diminished from the postulation that we needed meat to be inserted into the food. Right. What? No meat? Yo, let me get meat. So we like, yo, hold on. Now for him, I understood it. Yo, how you going to give me something to eat but control the lack of meat in it? He had this look like, I've never been so appalled.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Dude ordered for me food with no meat. Like he looked like he really looked like he was disrespected.
Right.
And it almost had me enraged, like, because we come from different backgrounds. Like, yo, what's wrong? And I'm like, oh, you know what? And this is not an attack against people that eat meat, but I said to myself, dude eats meat.
Right.
Simple as that. He eats meat. So he would feel offended if meat's not involved, because you know what? Most people don't have a meal without meat being involved. Like, I come from a family, it wasn't a meal unless there was rice.
Right.
If I ate 99.5 times, I had to have some rice. I ain't gonna help you. All you made was gravy for the night. As long as I had some rice. That's how it is. I come from a rice family. We always had rice, if nothing else. We had to pour ketchup on that motherfucker. We had rice, and that got us through. So I'm like, he's used to meat. But I did talk to the brother and say, yo, brother, he came off a little funny. He's like, oh, my bad. What did I do? What's going wrong? Oh, thank you, family conscious geek. Said polite always going metaphysical. So appreciate it. Yeah, I thank you for that because many people think I'm so material. I don't know how they don't hear the metaphysics in what I'm saying. I'm into that. I just like substantiated metaphysics. I don't like make believe, just jump out the window and let's go for it. I like to hear some purpose. I like the creativity, but I want to see how we can find physical resolve in what someone suggests to us. Now, I just told the brother, yo, he gave us his hotel. He gave an offering to you. You're just learning him for the first time. And in learning him, unless you're allergic to the pasta, unless you're going to have some funny reaction to tomato sauce or you got an acid reflux situation, it'd be wise in the future when someone does the same thing to just simply take what they offer you. And don't say, well, if I can't have meat, well, you know what? I can just buy my own. Well, I'm not used to people buying me food anyway. I just buy my own. I'm like, damn, the meat got you in your feelings? Like, bro, I know you should let go of the meat just because of the way you act. You acting like you lost your damn mother or somebody. Yo, I would have just bought my own. I'm like, this is how you dealing with someone you just met. I would have just bought my own next time. I don't, because I don't need nobody buying my food like that. Because I meet like, yo, right. I never seen no one do it. So I said, yo, the homie wildin'. We laughed and joked about it later. He said, man, I didn't even know it's coming off like that. I said, it's all good, brother. And no harm done. We all, it's great. I love the human experience. Because it just validated something for me. And we suggested to brother, you need to lighten up. You know what I mean? Because if it invoked that kind, if it provoked, not invoked, if it provoked those kind of emotions from the concept, and then watch this. He was provoked by it. But what I wanted him to understand was this. The love we have for you emanated in the form of the suggestion that you don't have the meat involved. We operating off a love context that, you know what, I think the meat will compromise the integrity of what he's feeling inside. What he's feeling inside, if the meat is toxic, what he's feeling inside is, I appreciate the company of all you. I want to do something nice by you. That is now contradicted if he turns around. Let me let the homie have his meat. No, he's coming from a space. I want to give him the best meal we can from this abode that I know of. And I've had their spaghetti before. And yo, the spices, the herbs, everything is dope. This is how I feel about you. So you see, we operating on different levels. That's all. But everyone has good intention at the end of the day. So, thank you. And this Negro, thank you. He just got blocked. Rambling. But of course it's rambling. But a person who says rambling after all of that doesn't appreciate people who think about those types of things. We just, like I said, I'm cursed being a thinker. And this is why I don't hang around a lot of people. Because it is rambling to some people. But you know what it does for me when someone breaks down just an instance in their day like that? I'm like, man, I'm safe around that person. They think. Because if they went through all those levels of thinking, I'm like, cool. I was building my brother today. I was talking about logic and the truth table and sentential calculus. I'm like, all these different layers of thinking before I make a decision. Yet the speed of thought is 24 billion miles per second. So they say 24 billion miles per second. I'm like, speed of thought. So I'm like, damn, for me to come to so many different conclusions, how many times did that 24 billion seconds, how many times did I run laps around that 24 billion second track to think before I act? Instead of do something in haste because of fear via the amygdala within the confines of the limbic system, also known as the mammal brain. You see, there's so many things that we got to think about. That the problem in the community is we don't consider the delicious suicide.
Facts.
What a delicious suicide. You're too in fear to cut yourself because it will hurt. You won't jump off the building because it will hurt.
Facts.
You're not going to voluntarily drown yourself because the thought of your lungs being filled with water will hurt. So you know what you do? I still want out. Because you ask the average person, are you eating steak because it's healthy for you? Ask somebody, are you eating steak? Because it's like vitamin D shots. Like, you know you're not eating steak because you think it's healthy. Are you eating chicken because you really feel like it's a medicine? Like, we say, food is a medicine. And you know damn well, people who eat meat don't be calling food no medicine. People who eat greens be calling food a medicine. But I never seen someone have a bunch of chicken and steak around. You know, food is a medicine. In fact, people be like, yo, I don't even eat meat that much, or I start eating red meat. This tells you what? That they know is not good for them. And if you know you're consuming something or smoking something that you know is not good for you and you still resort to it, then it tells you that you resorted to a delicious suicide. It's a convenient way to say I want out because it hurts too much to do it the conventional way. Cutting the risk will hurt entirely too much. So how about I just eat something that I know is not good for me, that would take me out purportedly with less pain than the cut. So a lot of us victimize ourselves with the delicious suicide notion that I would rather get out of this planet by way of a tasteful means than any other means. The way you eat every day determines how much love you have for yourself. It's true. And the same way people say, that woman is toxic, brother. She's no good for you. You gotta separate yourself from her. If you can say that about your friend's lover, why can't you say that about the food you in love with? Huh? Now I'm touching feelings. Now you catching feelings. If you can tell somebody, yo, she's toxic, you need to get rid of her, then let me open up your fridge and tell you, this food is toxic. You need to get rid of that. You ain't gonna do that. Just like homie ain't getting rid of that girl, you ain't getting rid of that food because y'all addicted. You addicted because you feel you're not going to get better or you feel you can't do better. You got to really introspect and ask yourself, why am I addicted to killing myself? Why are you addicted to killing yourself? Think about it. The average one of you will tell you, I know I don't eat right. So when does it stop? I know cancer. People smoke cigarettes, you know what they call it playfully? Cancer sticks. I'm gonna get a CI, blow me a cancer stick. You never consider like, yo, what am I going through mentally and emotionally for me to be taking in items that I know pose such a detriment? How do you feel about yourself? How much do you love yourself? I don't give a heck about how much you read in these books. You can determine a lot about a person's IQ based on what they eat. And by IQ, you're probably confused. Let me say, love is another form of intelligence. The ability for one to demonstrate love for others and themselves is a high form of intellect. Some people are incapable of really articulating or expressing or in too much fear of being vulnerable to conduct love. There's a different type of intelligence to show love, to give love, and to get love back. That's a whole different type of intelligence. So I can tell a lot by people's IQ, particularly their love for themselves, based on the things that they consume. Having said that, I would like to ask my brother, where can we find his detox? Where can we find your detox? And is there an email or number we can, just start getting some information on how to get to that wonderful land?
Definitely. Peace, family. I'm a little tired because I'm off my regular time.
Yeah, 3 hours difference.
Yeah, it's a 3 hour difference. I'm used to laying down.
And we came in yesterday around after 4 a.m.
After 4. And was up early. And was up early in the morning.
And got up early this morning.
We didn't sleep in, so I'm a little.
He said, yo, why you up? I'm like, downstairs.
Yeah, what's up? You know what I'm saying? And we got it in on the day. But I got a detox. You can go to my website at www.yadawakeningdetox.com. Also on Instagram at yada_awakening. And also FB, type in yada. My like page will pop up. But family, I just want you to know I love y'all, man. And so, this brother right here, what's up, brother?
Somebody's name was Red Meat in the chat.
Hey, you said they trolling? They trolling like that?
Yo, hold on.
You're not trolling like that, brother.
I swear I just see it. Hold on. It was here. Hold on.
No, I think you probably read the person's comment right there. It said Red Meat before it says it. You know what I mean? Right there.
I hope so. I hope I did the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. That threw me off.
Yeah, definitely. Because the trolling seems so.
Someone asked, Polite, would you ever go to college? I'm coming to Cali in August. May we all link up, please? That's what's up, man. You know me. I'm down for a conscious party.
But I'll be back in Ecuador.
Too many people.
Waiting for everybody to come out there and get it in with me. That's what we're going to deal with true health. And nobody's leaving till they heal. Mind, body, and soul heal.
That's
heal.
dope.
Period.
Someone wrote here, too many people talk down on your name when you put so much work in. That's what I'm talking about, family. Applause. If you love what you heard tonight, do me a favor, family. Press 9. If you love what you heard tonight, do me a favor and press 9. Polite, will you ever go to college? I think about going to college. I go to college. I mean, I want to get certified in like brain surgery or something.
That's
Like,
dope.
you know, I'm really like, I want to get access to tools and resources that I can't access through my own monies outside of those forums that make it exclusive for us to get that information. Oh, they go to 9s. They love it.
That's dope.
Thanks, man. So I got to thank Yada. He definitely put that information down. Thank you for the 9s. The 9s let us know that there's love. You just motivated us to get it in again. Man, I really appreciate y'all. And of course, you go to Brother Polite 45. You go to IamBrotherPolite.com, of course. Go to the Brother Polite app to get more information on everything that I got going on. The Brother Polite app. Definitely, I have the consultations and the mentorship. This is our health expert. That's what I want to start identifying as in terms of our community. So we building. We're going to figure out how to establish some reciprocity amongst us where it's mutually beneficial for both of us. We need to find a way. And it's not difficult, but I want to contribute to what he's doing because I'm very proud of him and hoping that he contribute to us and extend his talents and his resources
Definitely.
to our community so we can enhance the paradigm we're already living in. It says, good looking Yada for the strong gesture to the family.
Much love.
That's Bridges Wacek.
Much love.
Yeah, so salute. Press 9 if you just found out who Yada is and you are thoroughly impressed with his communication. We really appreciate what Yada contribute to the platform. Okay, let's get that in. And again, I want to thank you, my brother, for just being on the mission, because one thing I know for sure, hey, there go the 9s rolling in.
Yeah, definitely.
There goes the people who didn't know you, who are thoroughly impressed. All right. Wish I got here sooner. 9. That's what's up. So you always can replay it. You go to Brother Polite 45, POLIGHT. It's an acronym for pride, optimism, love, integrity, gallant, honesty, and trust. Go to Brother POLIGHT 45 at gmail.com if you're interested in any services we provide, or you can go to my app, Brother Polite, and access all my other social media. So needless to say, I don't have to mention all the other media. All right, thanks a lot, family. Tuning out, thanks a lot, Mr. Byron. He does an amazing job for me, and he always gives me great advice. And even though we disagree and we argue
That's beautiful.
about perspective,
Right.
he always has my best interests at hand. I always listen to him anyway, even if I put up a fight. It probably distracts me from the point that when I get off the phone, I'm still doing whatever he told me to do. But if I know I'm not going to do what I wanted to do, then I'm going to raise hell. That's my strategy. That's how I get my joint off. All right, I know I ain't going to be doing this because he told me don't do it. Let me argue it out for like 2 hours. Not so he could change his mind, because he won't. Just so I get the satisfaction, because I'm sick. And I need to get him pissed off. Because I'm sick with the fact I can't do what I want to do.
Do I need to be here for this part?
I mean, British Knights or whatever the hell you was talking about.
British Walkers.
British Walkers. What's the difference? Not the British Knights, it's the cheap brand.
Yo, sound like somebody out of the episode of Blade.
All right, that's all right. Yada, thank you for joining the platform tonight. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep those herbs coming in. And if you can smuggle anything that can help into the country.
You better get us locked up.
Just kidding.
Yeah. hope he can run fast in them British Walkers.
Oh, I'm trying to tell you.
Yo, you need to send me a picture of one of them joints, man.
Oh, I'm gonna send you one.
No doubt.
I'm gonna send you one. You're gonna love them. You're gonna bring them back. You're gonna bring them back out.
In Jones, we love you, sis. I know you be staying in tune. Thanks a lot for staying in tune, In Jones. All right. Thank y'all again. Again, I'll play it back because people are asking for your contact information again.
Yeah, just play it back, but I'll do it again. It's www.yadawakeningsdetox.com. Also, my IG is on.
Oh, what's that spell out for the? There you go. I just want you to spell it out for the people.
YADA_AWAKENING. Then also, I got a like page on Facebook. Just type in Yada.
That's Yada Awakening, people. Yada Awakening. So fill it out and put that underscore there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm blessed to have the brother to put me on this platform. You know, and hey, it's funny that me and him relate so much, man. Like we laugh, we have fun, Yo, and we build.
People be mad at me for smiling, King.
Man, we have fun. Man.
Talking about you can't trust him. Look at him smiling.
Oh,
I'm like, yo, man, this information makes me happy.
Hey, yo, and we be burning down the city back to back, coming to them foreigns like this.
Man, come on, this is what we did in the past. When I went to Egypt, no lie, Ramses, Pharaoh Ramses, or that Fereti, Ramses had Ramesses, right? Which is a whole other thing because they always put sus or s. The Greeks and them, they always had this at the end of everything. So if it was Aset, it became Isis or Isis because the A can be pronounced as I. If it was Hor, it became Horus. If it was Usir, it became Usiris or Osiris. So they always put a sis at the end of the words. You feel me? So I went to Ramesses, which they turned to Ramesses, right? Went to Ramses' chariot. They had rims. It was gold plated. He used actual gold, real gold, wrapped around his chariot. So this dude goes to war or he goes to the market. He had to have gold plated wheels.
Like the rims.
Yeah. And then another one had spokes all made of gold. And then the wheel plated gold. And I'm looking, I'm like, ain't this some nigga shit? You know what I'm saying?
It's
like,
crazy. Yo, right.
And I'm looking at something that's thousands of years old. And I mean, these things, they're high profile. Or I should say low profile, right? But the wheels are so big, they were bigger than the average chariot's wheels. You feel me? And gold plated, and the spokes being gold completely solid. I'm here looking at this joint like, yo, dude was coming through. You could imagine how everyone looked at him in awe when he first came out with that chariot. You feel me? Like everyone had the regular wooden chariot and he coming through with the gold rims. You know that stayed with us straight to 2017. Like, yo, when I get my V, watch what I do. That had to be something we adopted transgeneration. Something that's telling people like, and I mean, when you go to Egypt, you see us with waves, you see us with locks. Yo, stuff that, I mean, it's not a knock to the teachers. Things that they never brought back for us to see. I put this in my book, my pictures and my videos on my documentary, everything. I put it out like, yo, to see us with waves in Egypt, like statues.
Yo, show them pictures one more time from last night, man. Let them see how.
Let's close out with that.
Yeah, definitely. It was beautiful. We had a great time, man. We had a beautiful time.
Okay, I'm about to show them that. Oh, I'm about to give y'all some more.
Yeah, definitely. So we had a good time.
Definitely had a good time.
Yeah. You see the Batmobile in the background with the wings up.
Batmobile. Let me show y'all how to do this, son. We're closing out on this note, because we back at it again. Yeah. Look at these pictures. Wow. Look at that. Dope.
I brought the streets in that family. I'm burning
stick shift, and he just learned the stick shift.
I learned how to drive that. Burn the streets up in that thing.
We going nuts.
Call me Batman.
We all over that. The Dark Knight. Look at the Dark Knight right there. The Dark Knight. Yo.
Definitely.
That's his new name out here.
Definitely tore it up.
Dark Knight shit. Look at that. I'm like, nice. Nice.
Definitely had a good time, man.
Come on, man.
Tonight gonna be wild, though.
It's gonna be wild.
And fam, I'm really a homebody. Polite be having me all through the streets, man.
Gotta do it. It wouldn't be right. It just wouldn't be right, man.
You had a good time.
It wouldn't be right. And of course, it was a problem. Nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing one of the crumbs.
I was standing up on right there. What's this one right here? What the heck was I doing?
4234. Just remember the number.
Okay.
42, 47, 42. Let's see.
Let me see that one.
Yeah, look at my joint right there. The doors are up on this. The swan doors. Look at that. Y'all front. Swan doors right here.
4334. Which one was that?
40.
I was standing up.
Man, there's more. I just told him send me a little bit. Nice.
Oh,
Yeah. Come on, man. Come on. This is what we doing.
Yeah, definitely.
So much love. This how we pull up, man. We just be, oh man. Let me stop.
It's funny because it's funny that people be like, all the ancestors turn around. No, I'm making the ancestors proud.
Yeah, you can't tell me because that's
exactly what they did.
If Ramses was alive right now, he'd be like, "Man, yo, that's just real talk, man. Look how we doing it, and we teachers. So when people come, hey, yo, we start building. Yo, what do y'all do? Come on, man. We have celebrities come asking us what is it we doing? Oh man, I'm proud of you, brothers. Right. Come on, man. When I met Sam Cassell at the Clippers game, he came to us, my homie and I, and he was like, yo, I just want to let you know, I see you. Now watch, I told you about signs and symbols. We wearing the dope clothes, we sitting courtside, we kill them, pull up in the McLaren, all that. Lamborghini McLaren, we doing all that. Man, he's like, look, I just wanted to tell you at the end, we in the VIP at the end of the game all the time. So we go in the VIP, he come, yo, I just want you all two brothers to know I see you.
It's beautiful.
And he said some positive things in our black code that I won't share, but needless to say, he made it clear. I love to see, and I'm paraphrasing, our young brothers making powerful strides in demonstrating prosperity and wealth, while others are so ignorant from other races that they would try to pull us down. It makes me feel good to see. Yeah, y'all brothers got a positive energy emanating from y'all. What y'all do? And we start letting them know. And then after that, automatic friends. In fact, last week, I'm going to post that picture probably tonight. Sam came through, show love. Like, yo, just showing support outside the court. Like, yo, I want to come through, man, show love. So I just want to let people know we speak in the language of the people.
Nice.
If you don't understand it, that means you illiterate and non-fluent in it. And it's all right, because we all get suspicious when people speak a language around us we don't understand.
Thanks.
We always think they're trying to ridicule us on the low.
Right.
So this is a different language, and you feeling like we're trying to disrespect you, but we're not even talking about you. You know what I'm saying? We creating the conversation. We're not necessarily having it. So I want to thank you all. This is how we got to close this. This is a dope picture.
Yeah,
it's classic. This is a classic picture right here. This is a moment, because we kind of didn't even really know this was being shot.
Right.
We just looking somewhere else.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But damn, look at this city, man. You look at this picture, you could never even think, this is the teachers. Teachers, come on. This, you know how empowering this is for the young brothers? Right. Y'all better get that mentorship from Yada. Y'all better get that mentorship from myself. Go to my brother for that health. Holla at me on the economics. Do your consultations. Get your mentorship. BrotherPolite45@gmail.com. I don't play games, man. Right. I don't play games. Yeah. Love y'all for real.
Definitely.
This was not shown to upset anybody.
Definitely not. Definitely not, family. I'm laid back, but polite be your boy. I'm like, okay, man, I can't share this with the people, man. You don't know how, if you do economics, you can do that. but I live life, man. We definitely live life.
Man, y'all just a fly dude, man. He be holding back on us sometimes.
Hey,
I be learning every day how fly he is.
Man, but we definitely living life and and practicing true health, family. And we when we're out in public, we eat the way we tell y'all to eat. We really do this. We're not gassing you guys up because at any time somebody could be recording us, taking pictures of us. So we're always on point, and we make it look good for y'all.
Man, I like this. The Karate Kid doors, chaga mushrooms too. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. I gotta read these comments. The Karate Kid doors. I might have to run with that.
Karate Kid doors, definitely.
I've been running with Swan, and I make it one word. I call it Swan doors. And they say, what you said, I say it slower, Swan doors. That's how I get people to pay attention. Say Swan doors. What's that? That's them things right there, Swan doors. Where they rise. But I like them Karate Kid doors. You're going to make me start rapping. Rap ain't all that bad either. It's mantras that inspire you and motivate you to go to the next level. I just don't like how we popularize being drug addicts. Like, that's corny. But that's another thing. Talk to you. Love you. Can't love you enough.
Right now.
Peace.
Peace.